Hi everyone, this is Pierre-Olivier. Welcome to the Chaos Show.
Hang on.
Today I have
Hey.
Michael.
It's my show. It's not because you're an expert you can do this stuff, right?
You told me to be at ease and to do it my way, but
not too much at ease.
All right.
I don't like it. So, the more I look into sales, the more I look into marketing, I started realizing that being found by Google and that people really can figure out how things go, it is extremely important you can scale your business. It seems very obvious, right? So one day I met you and you were talking about SEO and I thought, good God, this guy is really good. So maybe you explain very briefly what you do and then I'll ask you some really tough questions.
Okay, so Verbolia, we are a young startup, scale up almost. Basically we have developed an algorithm, a system, a platform that will automatically generate super optimized SEO landing pages on the website of our customers.
And what's the problem you fix? Why should I need super optimized SEO pages?
The problem we fix, I mean, first everybody needs SEO because it's kind of the easy way to get traffic and money. But you have a big problem is that, I mean, actually you have several problems. One is that SEO is really complex and evolving all the time. So if you really have to follow all the trends, you get lost and then you pay millions in consulting. The second thing is that a lot of companies, they have a pretty good idea of what they should do because basically they paid someone who gave them a nice audit, a nice list of recommendations, but they just can't do it because they don't have resources, the platform is not flexible enough. The IT team is not
So in essence, the platform basically takes all of that.
Yeah, and we take care of that for our customers.
What's the biggest mistake you see people making?
The biggest ones?
Having no optimized pages, right? I'm like one of those. Multiple websites, no optimized pages.
It's just probably, there's several things, but there's so many very simple, basic things that you need to cover, and most people just don't. And you have free tools like Lighthouse. You go online, you check, you say, please make an audit of my website. It's free. Then you get a list of recommendations. If you're not good there, it won't work. It's the basics. Most people don't even cover the basics. The real problem of SEO is that it's something really, really wide because you need to be good technically, but also in terms of content, in terms of UX. So it's a very wide expertise. It's not just one thing. SEO is not one thing. So that's why usually people are not so good at it.
And just out of pure curiosity, SEO is only text or video? Everything gets taken into account?
The very first thing about SEO is that nobody knows how it works. I can pretend I'm an expert, and we have developed very nice things for our customers. Our tools are bringing real traffic, but in the end,
so we can make a hero movie. The truth behind SEO. Nobody knows.
Exactly. We are all imposters. In SEO, there's only imposters. That's very clear. No, it's just guessing. It's just guessing because you can only think. I mean, basically, you try to please an algorithm, and the purpose of that algorithm is just to give to users the best results. So the things that they will probably like the best when they type something in the search bar.
Are there things because I think there are different categories. And when I have a startup or a scale-up, I'm starting to look deeper and deeper into SEO. A lot of companies start with SEO actually, and then do all the rest. Is there some advice depending on which level I am? Like, imagine I'm a startup. What would be the first thing I do?
SEO, there's a couple of really big things to know. And one of them is that time is very important. So I suppose you know when was the best time to plant a tree? It was 20 years ago. And the second best time to plant a tree is today. You should do it immediately. It's very, very early because it takes a while. Google wants to get to know you, get to test things, to send users to you, see how they react and all of this. And then it's building a data set to analyze what's happening. So the sooner he starts, the better chances you have to rank over time. That's very important.
So Google is a guy.
Google is some call it a god. But it's a big thing.
Since you're talking about seeding and trees and we should start today, I think let's just put it in action. Let me fix that straight away. I have this thing. I think we should put it between us. So while we're talking, we can see it growing.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So
let's talk for 20 years. We'll see how far it goes.
Yeah, and I can hide when pitch is getting horrible. I can. So
Right.
let us kind of start wrapping up. What's the stuff I really should? I mean, what would be your advice? What's the pattern you always see when you get to companies? Because I know you're dealing with larger companies. What's the pattern where you see, guys, come on?
Yeah. So I can mention 3 things. First is time. I will repeat it again. So he is there to remind us. The second one is just cover the basics. So technical little stuff. And the last thing is, if you really want to go more advanced, is data analysis. Because you have to analyze the behavior of your users, of course. But what we always recommend and what we do too is analyzing the behavior of Google itself. So we analyze how Google is visiting the pages. It's called, what we usually call technical SEO or log analysis. Yep. You start from there, and then you can use machine learning or all sorts of algorithms to test some things and see how Google reacts and if it's going the right direction or not. And these are things, this is much more advanced, of course, and you need to cover the basics before going there. But that's really something that is that we would recommend at some point.
Perfect. I have to say, when I first heard you speaking, I really thought, if your software does what you're saying here, it will be amazing. So I really recommend you check it out. No, he has not paid to come on this show. I'm really saying this because I was really impressed, and I'm not easily impressed. And I know now I need to grow this tree much faster. Thanks for joining the show.
Thanks, Michael.